So we're gonna start off with finishing the FBI killer. So we all everybody read the book?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I thought the book was really good. But I mean, you know, it's okay. We're a book club no matter what. I really liked it. What did you guys think?
It reminded me, I guess, of a Lifetime movie. I mean, I like the book itself or whatever, but you know, it just seemed like typical. I like a little surprise and stuff, you know. I mean, the pictures and stuff was good, but it just seemed like your average Lifetime movie or something.
It was to me, when I read it, was like Dateline. Were you thinking Dateline? I was thinking Dateline because I just happened to watch one of those unsolved things on Dateline, and I'm like, oh, this is like a Dateline thing. Like has that kind of a run about it. I don't know how to, you know how to say it. But I used to read Patterson books all the time, and my favorite like stuff like that is like Alex Cross books. I really like him a lot. But you know, I'll try everything. I thought it was still good, and it was a real story. So I was like, it's not like a total waste of time because it's things that really happen in the world. Period.
Unfortunately, things like that happen.
Yeah. So we were going to pick up with we're on chapter 12, and we're going to wrap it up to the end here. And it's kind of starting to get interesting because this is where the sister starts to like get some help from the FBI, and it's almost a year later when they first interviewed him. Does that sound right, Mom?
Yeah, he kind of
because nobody believed it was him.
Responds to one request, and then he doesn't want to go, and it gets so much he had to get it off his soul, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
like his wife was saying he would wake up at night with nightmares, like scratching at his chest. You know, because it doesn't like give the total details of like how that happened. I never got that in the book, except for that he admitted that he killed her. You know,
as
and
bad
that,
as it is, you know, he kind of has a conscience at least. You know, he
Yeah.
kind of bothers him, and it's laying hard on his soul. You know, somehow that he did something so horrible. Killing
remember the
another human
part where
being.
he told his
You don't
wife.
really know how it happened, you know, in passion, or if it was calculated at some point, or you know.
I feel like it was calculated because he got rid of that car.
Yeah.
The
He
rental.
had like a rental car, and then he got rid of it and got another rental car. And I feel like he did some things that did show that his intention was to get rid of that problem.
Hide it, yeah.
Somehow. I maybe he thought he could do it in some different way, but in the end, the opportunity came for him to kill her, and he did. And then at the end, it also said he was playing with the locations where he would drop her off because he wanted somebody to find her. But the FBI didn't really buy it 100% because they're like, this was not the place for her to be found. We never would have ever found her here.
Yeah, and that Rayvon, but I mean, he took a long time. They took their sweet time even getting him to do the polygraph and everything. And they said
It took a whole year.
Know how to pass those tests and stuff, but it was really confusing as to what the Ron Poole dude had to do. Did he help him cover it up or whatever?
That was a question too at the end. Like, I didn't know, like, did that other guy help him somehow? Or was he just involved because he was involved with her?
I don't know. They made it like they really wasn't dealing with each other, and they kind of made it seem like she was a little bit promiscuous and sleeping with anybody and stuff. So it was hard to tell. It was a little hard to decipher.
And sometimes I was thinking, did she at one time sleep with him? Is that why he felt so connected with her or something? I
think she tried to make a move on them or something like that. It was something going on.
I feel like there was something there too, like, but nobody will ever know, but something. But I thought that the funniest part to me was when it all was going down and he came back from that polygram and he had to tell his wife. And they went to a restaurant or a bar or something, And they said she smacked him so hard he fell out of his chair. Like, that's awesome. No, I mean, it's not awesome, but I was like,
actually instinct right there, because she still stood by his side. So she was mad at the initial finding out. I think it was because she just didn't feel that he can do that in front of actually.
Nobody did, though. Nobody felt like he could do that. So that was just went on with the whole dialogue of the thing. People had made a judgment call on him. They felt like he wasn't the person that did it, even though everything was pointing to him. They would not investigate him. And I'm sure that he was in the FBI, he was in law enforcement. He had worked with every law enforcement group there, so he had all these connections. And they probably felt like it was outing themselves because they had a connection with him, and they didn't want to be
associated on the FBI.
I thought that was horrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't want nothing or anything. Didn't even want to question them because they didn't even want him to look suspicious. They couldn't fathom that an FBI agent would do that. And he was really on the ranks of moving up in the field and all of that. He was supposedly so good and everything, but he messed it all up.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I think it's great that justice was served, but it really wasn't served because he turned himself in pretty much.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't deal with his conscience. If he would have been somebody that really didn't care, he would have never been caught. And that's what the feeling I got from it.
I just really don't know about this baby like that. I don't know how these tissues came up missing and all of that stuff. It's just really ridiculous. And
and didn't her clothes come up? Like, so many things were missing, and I feel like he had something, or that other guy had something to do with that.
Mm-hmm. And they stopped the daggone autopsy and all of that stuff. It was a lot of craziness going on with all that. It seemed like a cover-up to me.
Yeah, like, let's talk about that, because they were going to do an autopsy, then they stopped it.
Mm-hmm.
Encouraged them to hurry up and have a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was weird. And then even the medical examiner was like, this is wrong. We don't do this. Like, we always carry through with this. Why would we do this? This doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
And they still did it. And she was like, I think she put it in her report, like that she had voiced against that.
Mm-hmm. She did put it in her report that she really didn't understand it because they never speed up an autopsy like that. People couldn't even get flowers and stuff sent. They didn't even funeral was gonna be that quick. Like, it's ridiculous.
And did they speed it up because they didn't want hard evidence proof that she had a baby, because then it would have been 2 charges against him?
Charges, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that had something to do with it, because they didn't really want to put him in jail forever. That would have been anybody else. They would have locked him up.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't know about all that.
Find none of the fetal tissue.
Out after 8 years. That's not much for murder.
What'd you say, Mom?
He got out after 8 years.
Yeah.
Not much for murder.
Nothing. And
And
the sisters and this. No, wait a minute. You guys go in the other room. Okay, give me just a minute. Are we swimming tonight? No, okay, we're not swimming tonight.
Okay.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
About that, he basically got 12 years, but he got out after 8 years. You know, I would murder someone, I would probably get life in prison and rot there, you know, but he was.
They're gonna give it to you.
Agent.
You're a foreigner. They don't know what you're up to.
Oh, I'm a foreigner on top of that.
They said, I understood that he got out in 10 years with good behavior, but they said like he got out in 2000. I had to Google it, but that he like a personal trainer now, and he married again, and he got out when he was 41. So he's still
whole life ahead of him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like that was an interesting story. It just kind of sucked, like, with the fact that it took a whole year to get some justice, the fact that they probably would have never done anything if he wouldn't turn himself in. And then the fact that the sister wasn't included in any of that, I don't know if family normally is included in those kind of plea bargain deals, but she was really upset that she was not included in on any of that because she did not agree with the sentence, the life penalty got. She was really mad about it.
Yes.
What's kind of remarkable is that even after what he all did, that the family still stood behind him, her family, you know?
Her mom and dad was waiting on him when he got out of jail. His first visit was to her mom and dad and stuff.
Yeah, and she moved the kids to where his main jail was, you know, where he ended up, so they could visit all the time and all.
Yeah, I mean, that is good though, that he was in touch with his family. I have no hate in my heart for that. You have to get different scissors. Wait till I'm done, then I'll do it. Like the purple one up there. No, you got the blue one. Get the purple one. Yeah, so I don't know.
I just did have the blue one.
And her son ended up dying, got shot by some drug dealers, and her daughter, they said she still lives in that Pikeville, that little small town.
And I thought it was interesting that the place where he laid her body to be found was so close to the place that she actually was born and grew up, you know. And I know her mom and dad felt real sour about it too.
Yeah.
I would too, because she's so close, you know what I mean? But you don't even know where she's at. And then the other part about the premeditated thing is that he took all her clothes off her.
Yeah, naked.
Yeah, and they said that was highly suspicious for someone that didn't plan to do anything, you know.
For the moment, why you gonna undress her and no.
And they said that they thought maybe somebody else was helped him because it would have been so hard to throw that body after it had been in his car for a day in the hot summer sun over the place that he had to throw it. Like they almost were thinking like it would have had to been a two-man job because she would have been so heavy.
Yeah.
Didn't they say something like that?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, like just the suspicious things that had happened that really don't go along with the sentences that he got, you know. Yeah. And I think like during the court hearing, didn't they let the sister say something and then they like escorted her out, like didn't let her stay in anymore?
Here, they said she accidentally brought a gun in the courthouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that was no accident, first of all. How you accidentally gonna bring a
Accidentally brought a gun.
Yeah, I thought that's not really an accident. Well, what do you guys think? Would you recommend this book?
Little man.
He can't die.
Jackson would recommend the book.
Okay.
It's about naked women.
But you know about no naked women. Get out of here. To be here and have this stuff talking about stuff.
Damn, he was saying some whole sentences and stuff. He read the book too.
Hey, I can't hear them. Okay, what'd you say?
I said he was speaking whole sentences like he read the book too. I didn't know what he was saying.
He said he thinks the book is great because there was a naked woman in it.
Oh.
Because you said they took her clothes off and he was listening. So.
I highly recommend it. No, don't worry about it. But I'm not going to keep you guys. I think this is a pretty good book. Like if you like Dateline type of narrative, I think, then this is okay. But I did feel at the end I wasn't given answers. Where if it would have been something fictional, they would have let me know what everybody was thinking, where everything was going, what their intention was. And that's what I like too about a book.
Yeah.
So I feel like I didn't get that, you know.
Now you have to research it yourself a little bit, you know, to find out about the family and what they all, he lives in Florida and what happened to Susan's kids and all that stuff, you know. You have to do your own homework a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't do a lot of my own homework. I just read the book.
Okay. Keeping
it real. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I read the book,
book.
but because I'm telling you on what it would be like to read this book, period. You know.
I googled after the book just because I was like you, left with so much unanswered stuff. So I wanted to kind of see what actually happened after the fact.
Yeah. But I did feel like there was a lot of like questionable things at the end, which I personally as a reader would have wanted to know more about in the book. So
yeah.
So I would only give it a 4 out of 5 because I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
What actually happened that night?
They never like went into it. They didn't have like a skit for that or anything in the book. Everybody's frozen. What?
Let's see.
Like she had a bottle of wine.
Permanent smile. Oh, now she's back live again.
All right, so the next book that we're gonna read is this book. We'll read it in 2 weeks. Just remember, whenever there's a holiday or something, we don't do anything then. We just go the next week. So it was the 4th of July, so I didn't mess with you guys last week. But we'll read this next, and we hope you like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube. And I'm gonna turn off the recording. Let me turn this off.